So now we're gonna do a few variations of push-ups. We will start with a modified push-up. So for a modified push-up, you wanna go about shoulder width apart. I know people take a wide approach. I'll show that in a wide one too. It works more like, it works your chest. But there's also narrow push-ups that are your tricep push-ups. So when you're on your knees, you actually don't want to have them like right under your hips. They're a little bit extended out so that way you can lean and come into that nice elongated position. So I'm just going to take my about shoulder width apart. When you lean, you should be leaning with your nose. You don't want to lean with your chest. You don't want to lean with your chest. You want to lean with your nose to ensure that we're putting our weight toward the front. So you're going to lean. I can actually move my arms down a little bit for more stability. So this is more of your narrow tricep. Here's the wide. Feel it more in your pecs. So the same goes for standard push-up. So now I'm on my toes. My core is tight. I'm not TPing, I don't want to TP, right? And I'm still leaning with my nose. So here's your tricep. And then if you want the wide stance for your pecs, take it wide, back on your toes, core, no TPing, still leading with your nose. Now, dumbbell row is a nice way to add some compound movement, very versatile, switching it up. So you're gonna come up into your standard position. You don't want to do these wide, you want to do these narrow. So you can actually pull. So you're going to do push-up on the way up. You bring the weight with you. And you're going to do a nice squeeze back. So again, no TPing. I'm leaning. And you want to make sure that the arm you're stabilizing with is locked out. This way you're not like flopping all over in jelly with these. For modified, I'd say don't do it with a weight. You're gonna do it with your hand. Come to your narrow. Again, you're leading. As I go down, my chest is going to enter that area that's much lower than the bend in our elbows. So you want to make sure they're equal. I'm going to leave enough room. It's still going to be a narrow, for me, it's still going to be a narrow position. You can do it wide. I usually, what I'm supersetting it with is triceps. So I take the narrow. And you want to enter that deficit. So you don't use the weights for show. So back in, lead. I'm in that deficit, I can feel it in my shoulders. Come up. So let's first start with Spider-Man push-ups. It's like Spider-Man crawling, I should say. So you go into push-up position, and the goal is that as you come down, your leg comes out to the side to greet your elbow. It looks something like this. And then you push back up. Now, obviously, it's a more complex move than a push-up because you're maintaining balance, but you want to keep that control. That's the biggest thing, so you don't wobble all over, but also so that you get a good extension. So again, okay. Now we're gonna do our push-up hop in. So it's just a fun way to stay a little bit more active and having a little bit more movement in a push-up. So you can do push-up, hop in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay? Like a burpee. A beginning of the burpee without the jump. Awesome. The last one are triangle push-ups. More challenging because a much narrower base, right? We're forming a triangle, targeting different muscles as well. So, come to a narrow base, get our triangle in. Can I see my triangle? I think you can see my triangle. Again, you're still leading with your face. So your nose, some people say your chin, whichever one works, as long as you're keeping your stomach and your core in line. So we're gonna come up, move up, come up. So it meets my chest this way. And there are other kinds of push-ups.